And ain't nobody give a damn about her thoughts on body positivity, health at every size, self-care, food, mom life, or anything else. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Devin Harrington, the average Gen Xer. Welcome back to my channel, where today we are indeed talking about Alexandra Rodriguez.
God damn it!
Alex has been up to her usual tricks of basically doing nothing. Her content gets more and more boring by the week, and I actually haven't even watched any of the reactors this week. I just keep up with her on the subreddit. And it seems to be a trend now. Alex is getting so painful to watch that all her hate watchers can't stand to watch any of her crap. So they just follow the sub or they watch reactors, and there's plenty of those. If you are unfamiliar, Alexandra Rodriguez is a quote-unquote plus-size vlogger. She has been on YouTube since 2011. And that's a damn long time. So the reason she has garnered so many hate watchers and snark channels is because, number one, she pathologically lies to her subs. The most, or one of the most egregious of these lies, in my opinion, is when she literally had a full-on tummy tuck and then told everyone that she had lost weight through targeted weight loss, which is a thing that does not exist. And she's still online. So besides all her lies about her body and her food, there is the questionable practice she has of just making all her vlogs about whatever junk food she wants to buy or make. And that's just, I wish we could get her kicked off the internet for that, the way they got Amberlynn Reid kicked off, but I don't think Alex's food choices quite qualify as grounds for being kicked off YouTube. However, the main reason that I think Alex should get the hell off the internet, besides the fact that she is a known liar, besides the fact that she has publicly defended her PDF file father, and there's a bazillion videos on that, besides the fact that she films herself being a negligent mother and thinks she's Mother of the Year, it's disturbing to watch. But the main reason right now is that since Alex was pregnant, had the baby, around the past year and a half or so, she has been using filters. I don't know anything about all of the high-tech filters that you can face tune, body tune yourself and all that. But Alex swears up and down the internet that she does not use filters, that we are all crazy haters, that we are just jealous of her because we all want to be 400 pounds and in a fake marriage to a guy who's using you for money. I'll pass. Anyway, I am hard-pressed to come up with something interesting to talk about with regard to Alex. I am going to follow her until she's off the internet, and I think I can speak for most of the reaction channels creators in saying that we are all keeping tabs on Alex because she is an absolute negative force online, and it's impossible to really get across in just a quick intro what a negative influence she is. How what she does online is damaging and dangerous. Anyway, so I found some posts that speak to a topic near and dear to my heart, which is, when the fuck is she going to get off YouTube? I mean, I don't give a shit what she does with her Instagram. I just want her off YouTube. It is not okay for this woman to be shoving junk food in her face, throwing her kid in daycare so she can go get her nails done. And I realize moms can do that. It's okay. But you have to consistently watch Alex's content to really get a sense of how bad it is and how performative the good things in her content are. So I found some posts that I'd like to take a look at over on the Alexandra Rodriguez subreddit by some like-minded Redditors who also want to know, when will it end? So let's check them out. But first, on every video on this channel, I take a moment to encourage all animal lovers out there, please, please consider fostering or volunteering on site for your local animal shelter. And this is where I usually show my current foster, who is Goldie. I've had her for a few months, but she's outside playing right now. So I just wanted to take a second to talk about probably my favorite of all my fosters. He was an 8-year-old beat up old pit bull who had bone cancer. And he, of course, was at the top of the kill list at the shelter. Austin Pets Alive pulled him in to their program. And then, as it happened, actor Justin Theroux came in. He's a big dog lover. And he paid along with a bunch of other dogs, he paid Handsome's adoption fee, so he would be free to adopt. So here's Handsome. When I first started fostering him, he was pretty beat up coming out of the shelter, but he was just, like all pitties, the sweetest, most loving lover boy that ever loved. And he was amazing. And I fostered him for over a year. And then, sure enough, the perfect person came along, because they always do. If an animal is given enough time to relax into who they really are, they will find their people. And the best way for them to do that is to be in a home and be fostered. And the animals don't know what a foster is and what an owner is or any of that. They just know if they're loved and happy or not. So here's Handsome when he got adopted, and he's looking great. And he did, in fact, only live a few months more after he was adopted. But for the last year and a half of his life, he lived like a king. And we gave him an amazing send-off when he passed. So if you love animals, that may seem like kind of a sad story, but it's actually an amazing victory for this dog who had no one and was in really rough shape. And a bunch of people came together, and instead of saying, let's put him down because he has cancer, no, let's let him live his life through the rest of his life and be happy. And he was able to do that. So that's just one little story in a million stories you get to collect if you foster or volunteer. So please consider it. Do your part to help save the world. Do it for the animals. Thanks. Okay, so just to bring home the point about the stupid filter use, which Alex swears up and down she does not use filters. I wanted to look at this post real quick from our friend Move Suspicious, who is brilliant at putting up these side-by-side comparison photos so we can really see the difference, because there are thousands of us out here questioning our freaking sanity because of this woman. I can't imagine what it's like for the young girls who watch her. Anyway, here on the left with the blue top and the black leggings, that's what she thinks she looks like. That's what she looks like with her filter on. And on the right here, I realize it's a little bit closer up, but that doesn't look like that. These don't look like the same person. They look like the same person, except this one has a filter on it. And then if you look at these two, look at the size of her back in the photo on the right. It doesn't look like this person. She looks like a size 12, maybe, in the photos on the left, but she's not. So Move Suspicious said, the two top pics side by side next to each other are actually nuts. The way she takes 200 pounds off herself is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, and it should be fucking illegal. We have got to catch up with our regulations and laws of social media surrounding all of the trickery, all the AI stuff. And I realize that Photoshop and all that crap has been around for a long time. But, you know, the noise is building and building and building. All the people that look at this and say, this is wrong. This is not right that she does this and lies about it. Every content creator on YouTube has to check a box on every video saying there is AI in this video. Someone is doing something that they didn't really do, or something to that effect. So why can we not have another box to check saying there are filters, Photoshop, et cetera, body tuning, whatever? Ridiculous. We should have that. And that is kind of the point. Hopefully all of this noise everyone is making against Alex's deceitful practices will get us somewhere. Move Suspicious goes on. The way she takes 200 pounds off herself is crazy. Alex, this is why you get hate. You are a liar. You a lie. You have some fucking nerve to tell people relax, catching a nasty attitude in your comments when asked why you quit Weight Watchers. Yeah, Alex recently, as expected, after the holidays, decided she was taking a break from Weight Watchers points, which means she's just going to eat whatever the fuck she wants. And people were telling her, this is what you always do. You start something and then you make a little progress and then you quit. And so she was telling them to relax with her attitude and her smug face. You have some fucking nerve to tell people to relax, catching a nasty attitude in your comments when asked why you quit Weight Watchers. How about you stop editing your body to oblivion and own what you actually look like? If you're currently pregnant at this size, you're worse off than everyone thought. Putting another baby at high risk so that you can be selfish, you irresponsible 400-pound piece of shit. Yes, if you were unaware, Alex, who is an only child, wants multiple children, or thinks she does, even though she can't even take care of the one that she has. She wants to have another one, which, if she is pregnant and she gives birth to her second child this year, will make her a mother of 2 under 2, which personally I fear for those children. Move suspicious in the comments, posting further pictures. Move suspicious wherever you are out there, ma'am. I salute you. Look at this person. Who is this person in this picture? Because those legs do not belong to Alexandra Rodriguez. And Move Suspicious said, who's this skinny legend? Look how long and thin she made her legs compared to this. Look at that. Okay, it's a slightly different angle. It's a slightly closer up shot, but look, if this was what she really looked like, she would not look like this a foot closer. This is outrageous, unbelievable. This is how she actually looks. Alex, you are disgusting for this. Stop lying. And in my humble opinion, because Alex is a pretty far down the narcissist spectrum. I'm not a mental health professional. It's just my personal opinion on my personal channel. I think she is a big time narcissist, and they are all liars to one extent or another. That's just something that comes along with being a narcissist, because they have no sense of self. They have no personality. They have no self-esteem. And so they constantly have to brag and make themselves look good in public. They have to be seen to be looking good and doing well, and they have to be the center of attention at all times. And so, yeah, here's Alex's lies. And the fact that she has no qualms about commenting. Someone will comment on her posts, blah, 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 filters. And she just calmly says, nope, no filters here. Y'all are crazy. Okay, next post is by user Delicious Card. And this is a really well-written post. And I hope everything this person says comes to be, because it's titled, Alex's Death of Her Career, Future of Long-Term Stagnation, and Within 2 Years, an Exit from Full-Time Content Creation. Too toxic for even a radical rebrand. Alex killed her influencer career. She could no longer work for premier top-tier DBA talent agency and got signed by the greedy INF agency after her malignant lies and fraud in 2018 about her tummy tuck. Damn, that was 8 years ago already? Damn. Since then, she's continued to self-sabotage her career in spite of having delusional dreams of major success. No matter how hard INF has tried to give her life support, she has self-sabotaged every aspect of her life. And ain't nobody give a damn about her thoughts on body positivity, health at every size, self-care, food, mom life, or anything else. She's not fearless, authentic, trustworthy, or loving. She's just destructive and has too much ego to be able to see it. She's now in the volume-based revenue model. She relies on affiliate links, cookies, to farm people's online shopping carts and catfish easy anyone will do sponsors. She'll never get prestige sponsors again. Brands use tracking, and she can't meet the conversion rate and return on investment requirements. She can keep on trying to fish for good sponsors, but she'll just end up with pennies and making endless links. Yeah, she spends a lot of time. If she's the one typing all that shit up, she spends a lot of time putting those links in her description box. She's being relegated to campaigns of free products in exchange for a video and low-tier brands. She'll never be a successful non-influencer creator either, whether as a non-sponsored entertainment, lifestyle, or educational channel. Few enjoy her chemistry with her family or her opinions on anything. Yeah, that would be true, but there's still people out there who fall for her nonsense and who actually like watching this fat girl return shit to Walmart 3 times a week. It's insanity. I mean, how many times can we watch her get her nails done or go to the hairdresser or go to Target or Home Goods? I mean, it's literally just like a big circle she keeps going around in for the past however many years. They go on. She and her life aren't interesting or aspirational. She doesn't have the talent or personality for it. Her past photogenic looks, good enough nearly 10 years ago to get a Catherine's influencer modeling gig in Paris. I don't know anything about that because I've only been watching Alex for a couple of years. But I will say I thought she was cute as a button when she was young. Well, I mean, she's still young to me now, but when she started and she was like 18 or 19, I thought she could totally be a plus size model. But apparently that didn't work out for her. And her charisma were only surface level, and they're long gone. Her old hustle mindset isn't sustainable anymore with all of her negative qualities. The creator market is the most saturated in the lifestyle mom haul category. She's trying to compete with literally millions of women creators in this category, and the ad revenue is shrinking every year. She can't just soft pivot to a stay-at-home mommy vlogger. She has zero authenticity. Hell yeah, she does. Her brand is intertwined with her defense of her convicted child PDF file father who likes to groom a vulnerable child at church, adopt them, and then repeatedly, violently essay them in his home. And that is exactly what happened. And there's videos out there that creators have made showing court documents and the 2 letters that Alex wrote 10 years apart in, on behalf of her father to the judge and whatnot. It's a very sordid story. And Alex still won't admit that she wrote 2 letters. She actually did one of her stupid apology videos and discussed it. And all she said was, "My father went to jail for having sex with a 15-year-old. That's not why your father went to jail, Alex. 15-year-olds cannot consent. They're minors. So your father is a convicted child rapist." Raped his adoptive daughter. So he groomed this girl for however long in the church, adopted her, and then proceeded to use her as his sex toy. What a guy. They go on. She's put at serious risk and has been grossly insensitive to this traumatized adopted sister of hers, yet she cultivates a sister persona as a creator. Her hypocrisy as a loving mother creator based on this and how she fails as a parent is the death knell of her channel. She acts like the victim, like her father does. CSA and SA survivors, child advocates, and truly good moms are beyond enraged at her, as they should be. People hate watch her and mock her. They remember her perverted mean girl side she showed in her old lives and podcast. They detect she actually envies and only wants to exploit and prey on girls and women. Desperately lonely or gullible people, losers and weirdos are the only ones who defend her. INF, who is her agency, very likely has her on autopilot now as a zombie client. No manager is talking to brands about her or helping her. She's been moved to the dirty bathroom in the back of the dark basement. She has access to the brand portal, and that's it. Her contract has, like most contracts have, probably a reputational harm and morals clause. Once she stops bringing in enough affiliate links commission or enough clients and brands refuse to work with an agency she's with, they'll quiet fire her. God, I hope you're right. She'll get a material breach of reputational standards of her contract legal letter, or she'll be told the usual line of your metrics no longer meet the threshold for representation. It'll be cold, and she won't have anyone there to call to whine and beg to. She'll wake up one day to find her profile is deleted from their talent page and her email gets redirected. Wow. External Sport reminded all of us that she's actually a stay-at-home mom with a child in daycare, which makes no fucking sense. But she's also a full-time working mommy, too. That's why she's so exhausted all the time. She's working so hard. Lurking Lobo said, this is a great summary and why Alex is, in my opinion, leaning into the villain role. Hate Watch is the only thing maintaining her channel's status. She is an evil liar and despicable human being. Any ad said, hopefully mommy vloggers who show their kids will also end just in time for her to never pivot to 2 under 2 stay-at-home mom vlogs, because she would try. I mean, I don't know how you make content if you never do anything with your kids, but whatever. Satin Mars, oh, she would hold on tightly to that 2 under 2 title if she ever has one. Powder and Paint said, I don't know how she'll ever try to make content with 2 under 2 if she has another baby, because she showed how out of her depth she was caring for Anderson when Yar went back to army drill and then back to full-time work. Yeah, she had to have her mother there with her to take care of her own baby, who she prayed for and dreamed of all her life. She's always said her greatest goal in life is to be married with kids. She wants to be a mother. And yet she doesn't want to do any of the work to be a mother, to earn the title mother. Because even if she did give birth to Anderson, giving birth doesn't make you a mother. It makes you a woman who gave birth. What you do with your child once they're here in the world is what makes you a mother, in my humble opinion. Okay, last post for today, and this is from user Silver Mention, and it just gives me hope. It's called This Too Shall End. The last time I wrote a post here, I talked about other influencers who I follow and enjoy. In all cases, there is not a hint of deception or ugliness. I feel good when I finish watching, and I always like a post and leave a comment to encourage them. I used to do the same for Alex a long time ago, pre-weight loss surgery. But here's the thing. I didn't know about the life before that drama. I thought her mother was quirky. I didn't even know of her father. Fast forward to 2024 to 2025. She wasn't fun to watch. Her mother was an annoying whiner. Yar is a wet dishcloth with dead eyes. And then I found out about her father graping his daughter, who he groomed and adopted at church. Great. A fake Christian using Jesus as a crutch for bad behavior. Yeah, that's original. And he still is. I maintain that Alex and her effed up family have nothing of value to offer anyone. I absolutely agree with you, Silver Mention. I don't care if she has sponsors. That only tells me her management and those companies she's shilling for will take on anyone to make money. Let's get real. Would you take cosmetic advice from someone who spackles on 15 layers of makeup? Would you take fashion advice from someone who stuffs her fat body into sausage casings and calls it a wardrobe? Would you take parenting advice from someone that wears noise-canceling headphones to avoid their crying baby? I will fucking never get over that, how she just absolutely saw nothing wrong with wearing those headphones so she doesn't have to hear her baby cry, because didn't she say it gives her anxiety? Jesus fucking Christ, or it makes her sweat? This girl should not have had a kid. Or purposely puts them in the wrong size clothes or car seat or containers during their formative years. Would you take life advice from someone who said that her father's grape of her adopted stepsister was a blessing in disguise because it brought her and her father closer together? Anyone who is still watching her, knowing all of this, is purposely ignoring the obvious, or their sock accounts or bots. Either way, this too will end. Not soon enough for me, or me. or all of us, but it will end. Mark my words. Silver mention, I absolutely will mark your words, and I hope every word of this comes true. Agile Masterpiece said, great post. I agree with all of the above. She's been slowly but surely digging her own grave for years. At this point, I don't think there's anything she could do to redeem herself. If she was smart, which she is not, she would just quietly go offline and live a private life. But she's too addicted to the attention and is delusional enough to think she can claw her way back to influencer status like she used to have. The cat's out of the bag. She has shown the world what a vile person she truly is, and people like us here won't let the world forget it. Hell yeah, we won't. Blunt Perspective said, yes, so true. Proper Ad said, when she said he had sex with a 15-year-old, that was the end for me. Yeah, that was just unacceptable. I mean, if you could slap someone through a computer screen, well, she wasn't just a 15-year-old. She was his daughter, her sister, a literal child. Alex is a PDF file supporter and a monster, just like him. And then Nancy trolled comments saying that the 15-year-old was old enough to be consensual. Even her weirdo grandfather wrote letters in support to let him out, go to her wedding where there was little girls around, only to go back to prison for reoffending his victim by stalking her. Fuck this family. And Powder and Paint 14 said, yes, she made it sound like it was someone he just met and didn't know was 15, which was not the case at all, and would still be a crime. He adopted a teenage girl and was supposed to be in a position of parental responsibility for her, and instead he groomed and abused her. God, that just makes me sick for that poor girl. Imagine being adopted and thinking, okay, finally I'm going to have my own house. I'm going to be able to grow up and these people will take care of me. And then your new daddy starts sneaking into your room at night. Ugh, gross. Basic Beach 007, love the username, wrapped it up with, yes, it made me sick because she tried to make it seem like it was a consensual relationship when we all know it wasn't. He forced himself on her, and that is in no way consensual or a relationship. It's sick. Yes, it sure is. And in my opinion, much, if not most, if not all of Alex's content these days is sick from her absolutely insane consumerism. I mean, her whole channel is about buying decor for each new season. And she must resell the shit or give it away or throw it away because every year it's the same crap. She's out buying more of it. The consumerism is just, I mean, especially with the state of the states, the United States, the way the economy is, the way people are fucking suffering. And this idiot thinks that the world needs this content. Hey, watch me return this t-shirt I bought at Target. It's ridiculous. It's sick. And all of the junk that she eats is sick. I mean, I am a sugar junkie, have been since I was a 9-year-old kid. I have struggled with it my whole life. And the way she eats is how I would eat if I didn't keep myself in check. She never eats a freaking vegetable, ever. Everything is processed, sugar, white flour, carbs. We just had the big snowstorm across much of the US. And what was she doing? Making cinnamon rolls. It's just sick, is what it is. This person has to be removed from YouTube. And one day, one bright day, she will do something that will get her removed. So I'm going to hang on to that hope. But anyway, tell me what you think of this. Do you think Alex is just going to keep going, doing the same shit over and over again? I mean, if she's not making enough money on it, then I wouldn't think she would do it. But I don't know. I'm amazed that she's lasted as long as she has. She's very, very financially savvy, or has a really good financial advisor, or she just is in debt and spends. I don't know. And this is why we all keep watching her. It's a fucking train wreck rolling, and we're just waiting for the So if you like this video, please like it, please hype it, please do all the cool YouTube things. And I thank you all so much for stopping by to hear me talk shit on the internet. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.